You have to see this fun, exciting, and extremely interesting gaming PC build that I was commissioned to do during the holidays. This PC is for a young lady who just loves Hello Kitty. I know many of you are going to want to know the stats, so here they come. We used a Corsair RM750 80 Plus gold power supply with modular connections. For the CPU cooling, we used the Lee & GA2 Trinity 240 in white. For the case, of course we had to go with the Lee & LandCool 216 RGB. The motherboard is an Asus Prime Z790-P Wi-Fi, DDR5 capable. To store the games, we had to go with the Samsung 1TB 980 Pro NVMe, which I love and trust. For the RAM, we chose the dual-channel G-Skill Ripjaws S5 32GB kit, that's 2x16 gig, with memory speeds of PC5 48,000, or memory speeds DDR5 6000 in megahertz. For voltage on that RAM, it's 1.35 volts and memory latency timings of 36, 36, 36, 96. The CPU is the unlocked 13th gen i7 13700K with 16 cores and 24 threads at 3.4 GHz, which makes tons of sense in this budget build. Its effective speed is only about 2 to 3% slower in testing than the Core i9 138-900K for $554. Pretty expensive, but it does come with 24 cores and 32 threads, which I would have liked. This can always be upgraded later. The GPU is the Asus Dual GeForce RTX 4070 OC Edition with 12 gigs of GDDR6 memory and PCIe 4.0 compatible. And of course, we had to go with white to keep with the theme. I don't know about you, but I certainly did not know much or anything about Hello Kitty, even though I raised 2 daughters. I had to do quite a bit of research and even brought my daughter in for some basic questions about what elements would make this build unique and a special piece of artwork for this customer. I was commissioned to do whatever I wanted as long as I kept with some points that were given to me, which was it needed to be a white case with pink elements, and if I could incorporate Hello Kitty, which is what the customer really wanted, to go ahead and do so. After much research, I went down some funny trails on the internet, some that I don't care to talk about in this video. But I will tell you this, Hello Kitty is a very big universe that can really take you lots of places. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I didn't obstruct airflow with the choosing of different characters and different elements to make it special for this customer. Here's a few fun facts of any build that I create for a customer that won't be shown in this video because it would make the video extremely long. I won't let a PC leave my shop until it's been tested for at least 36 hours of stress testing to ensure the PC's stability. I use Firmark's GPU stress testing software, MemTest 86 Plus, Prime 95, or sometimes when I work with Intel's, I'll use Intel Burn Test software. Either way, if you're building unique PCs for customers and you're doing this on the side like I do, make sure that you stress test your PCs. Even if it's just an office PC, you want to ensure that any element that you've added or new device that you've added is working to the manufacturer's specifications. You also want to ensure that it doesn't freeze or goof up when the customer fires up that first game. That could leave such a sour taste in their mouth that they may never hire you or recommend you again. As I previously mentioned, the customer presented with a specific budget in mind, and in keeping with that budget, I wanted to go ahead and fulfill a beautiful, themed, unique PC, but I personally would have loved a bit more money for a higher budget so that I could have added elements like LCD-based fans, which could have shown off the Hello Kitty graphic or image right on each fan, and the CPU cooler would also then have an LCD and graphic. But in order to keep within the budget means, I used stickers throughout the build. This makes it unique, kind of cool, kind of young and fun, and I think it came out beautiful. I also ordered small Hello Kitty characters where I used Velcro to stick them in different placement inside the case. Now, the way I place them provides the optimum amount of airflow throughout the case. The customer can still remove them. Again, they're Velcroed on, so they can easily come out and go right back in where they were, or they can use Velcro and put them in different spots. Now, here's the thing. I also offered a surprise of one character that sits outside the PC, which is glued right on the Wi-Fi antenna. This provides a little storyline where the bad guys are trying to steal the Wi-Fi and the good guys are within the case trying to do something about it. I don't know, it's just my thinking. I hope the customer gets it, and I really enjoyed making this build. It was so much fun, it was so cute, and I think that some of my daughters were even just a little jealous at looking at it, thinking, why didn't my dad make one of these for me? To add to the theme and the surprises, all the leftover stickers I placed inside the box so that when the customer opened them and needed to get their Wi-Fi antenna out, there would be tons of Hello Kitty stickers there. Now, I also went ahead and wrote unique little things happening within the box when they unboxed the case. So I wrote knock knock, let me out, things of that nature, so they would read them and say, wait, what's this? But actually, I left instructions. This is a Wi-Fi antenna, you need to connect it. And this way it makes it kind of fun and part of the story, but they kind of get a kick out of reading it. Like, hey, knock knock, connect this antenna so that we can steal it from Hello Kitty, things of that nature, right? I'm not going to show all of that because I want to remain some of it unique to the customer, but that's the point. You have to add in these extra little elements so that the customer feels it's truly theirs and it's unique. I really hope you enjoyed looking at this build that I did. I truthfully enjoyed doing it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would honestly love your opinion on this build, so please leave me some comments. And as you know, on my channel, we talk about tools, tech, DIY, and all kinds of stuff like this. I also like to encourage people to take on some type of side gig. As you can see here, this type of work brings in extra cash that's needed for the family.